Ahoy hoy, and welcome to Burning Wheel, my favorite bi-weekly thing where I'm the GM and I make them all upset. Uh, let's see. We have some new bits, starting with someone who... Do you have new bits?
Yeah,
Yes, you do
I
have new
mixed
bits,
mine
yeah.
up. Okay,
Share with the
happy.
group.
I'm playing Morrine. Uh, my beliefs are I must send the Duchess a symbolic message. She may have victories over us, but we will prevail. Belief number 2, I've tolerated Lucas's irregular and dangerous behavior for too long. The children must be found and Lucas will be disciplined for his actions. And then belief number 3 got moved from belief, like swapped around. But I have seen power through Wintertide and it must end up in my hands and my hands alone.
Hand.
Oh, that's true.
Classic reminder coming in within the
Just
first
one.
5 minutes.
Yep.
Just one hand.
Ada.
Alrighty, I'm Sean and I'm playing Ada. So, belief number 1 is the same. Maybe there's something useful in the Duchess's manor. I will find some knowledge or artifact that will help us defeat her. Number 2, though, is that Albert may know some secret of the Duchess. He must be interrogated for his knowledge. And then belief number 3 is that the town of Yuzan is under some strange spell. I must meet Count Popov to start unraveling this mystery.
Remind the
She
group
won't
what
let
is
it go.
happening in Popov, or in Yuzan with Popov.
Yuzan is a strange town, larger than Hochen, that seems like it should be prosperous and the people should be doing fairly okay despite the weather situation. And yet, when we entered, we found that they were all on the brink of starvation. There was a giant pile of food in the middle of the town square, I guess, somewhere. And then the reason for this is that Popov is marrying. I have her name. I need to go to it real quick. Popov's marrying Lady Agath, and they all now worship Lady Agath, and the food's an offering to this lady, who we had no idea who she is. Probably a demon. They mentioned summoning. It seemed like.
You're summoning a child. That child's not a demon.
Are you sure about that?
Well, there's a
Ophelia's not a
child who's
demon.
divinity and a child who is probably demon. So.
It's all the same at the end of the day.
Brother Wirt.
Belief 1, the Duchess will be found. All else be damned. The Sword of Wintertide is the key to saving the children. Liberating it will fulfill our promise to Clotho. And Willow is ardent in her faith, but she needs to be convinced to slow down for the sake of Hochen, which I do firmly believe in. But I think it's going to be a while before we see Willow.
You know
Right,
exactly
mix that
where
one
to
up
find
for
her.
now.
Yeah, might have to do that.
And Ragaire.
Oh, hi. So, Odelia is the reason why we are here. I will get us back to Hoken after escaping, escaping, I misspelled it, this hellcat, so we can save her.
Hellcat? What?
Yeah. Dollfingers, the hellcat.
Oh my gosh.
And then I must learn of this human sorcery so we can end winter. And finally, I can't be a wanted elf if there's no one to bring me in. I should get rid of these elven upstarts and maybe we can live up to my kinslayer name. But first, let's find a sword.
That's so aggressive.
Yeah,
Well, if
we
I'm
are
back,
missing
we're
at least
good.
2 swords.
Okay.
I try not to murder other people. Elves, fair game. I've already accrued all the bad karma from that. I might as well rejoice in it.
I think it gives you some serious grief to see elves die. I will say that.
Everyone get their emotional attributes to 10.
We don't have any.
I don't get
have
anything
emotions.
cool like Connor does. I just like
Yeah, you do.
am
You
sad.
wither away to nothing.
That's not cool.
I wither away to nothing. It's just a transcendent nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
Well.
we just die, Martin.
You are all in the Duchess's manor. Remind me, where are you all in this manor? You're quite spread out. Brother Wirt?
I am in the dining room, I believe, with
Hobbit?
Master of the House,
Arbit.
our arbitrator,
Mhm.
and I'm distracting him from the shenanigans happening in this
Mhm.
domicile.
Ada, had you just found Ragaire?
I had. So I'd just gotten half of the poem of
Mhm.
Wintertide hidden in a room with a creepy knife smile? I can't remember exactly.
The knife smile room was adjacent to the room.
Oh, it was just adjacent. Okay, whatever. The kids' room with a knife smile, I think, more specifically. And then I think I found Ragaire wherever he
Mhm.
was.
I was in the library
believe
up
the
on
poem
the
was in
second floor.
Elvish.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Morrine.
I think I'm in the powder room because I lost Mike last time. So I was stuck in the powder room for multiple actions.
You lost who?
My mic.
Remember her audio cut out?
I was like, who is Mike?
Due to technical difficulties,
Mike is like
Morrine has
Alice.
been locked in.
Mike's been there the
Doing
whole
my
time.
makeup, changing my clothes, finding like a spare dress from the Duchess.
Perfect. Well, let's
Changing.
start with you, because you hadn't been able to do anything at the end of last session.
Okay.
You're alone in this powder room.
Yeah. What does it look like? Paint me a powder room picture.
Yeah, it's just like a long table with a mirror on one wall. There's some stools and some powders and like a small basin with a bucket of water, but it's not a large room.
You said the door had a rose, like, on decorating it. Okay.
Hmm. Maybe there's like some nice folded rose origami.
Oh, wow. Well, after I'm done powdering my nose, I guess I'll go back downstairs.
Okay. Like that back down to all of it, or
Yes.
okay, perfect. So, Brother Wirt, you see Marin join you all in the dining room. Albert is still telling you a story. I don't remember what he was telling you, but it was a story.
Mm-hmm. Could I perhaps roll inconspicuous to determine if there's an opportunity when Morrine arrives to do like a get out, I got this, and if not,
Yeah,
I just let her be.
you can always roll inconspicuous.
Good, good, good.
It's probably not too hard to convey a message. We'll make it like an 2.
That's a success.
Okay. Yeah. So, how does that look to Marin? Or what do you do, Brother Wirt, to convey this message to Marin?
Just like we got this, while he like is looking away, or oh yeah, you see that statue over there? Oh, this is from a thing, and I'm like, oh, get out! Oh, we got this.
Like, what the hell? Well, I guess I turn around and go back upstairs.
And I continue to maintain the ruse that Marin and Ada are off doing lady of the court things.
Okay, I guess I will go up and down the hallways of the upstairs and continue going upstairs and just try every door. And if it opens, I'll just see what's inside.
Okay. Roll a d6. And which floor are you on?
The second floor. I'm starting
floor?
down and then
Okay.
going up.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. You try a couple doors. Some of them are locked. Sometimes someone will like exclaim, like,
There's other people in this room.
yeah, you haven't seen anybody, but like you've heard people, and
Okay.
yeah, but like someone might like startle on the other side of a locked door as you
Oh,
try and
so
open it,
sorry.
and yeah. Eventually you do open a door that is unlocked, and it just seems to be a guest bedroom. You can see that someone has like put things here, like not packages, but like belongings. You haven't seen another guest, but this room is suggesting that there's another guest currently visiting the manor.
Okay, I will rustle through their belongings.
Okay. Make a check of some sort. You have a rummage skill?
Yeah. Make a rustling check.
What would this be? Are you trying to do it so it can't be like you can't tell that you've done it after you're
No.
done?
No.
You're just doing it and you don't care if it looks like you
Yeah.
have rummaged through it. Okay.
Like search? Is there searching?
It could be a perception.
Is it investigation? I think I always want investigation to be a
It's
thing.
not.
It's
It's
never.
not. I think it falls under perception usually.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a perception. We'll make it just an 2. What? I'm so used to someone having perception like 8.
My eyes are good, but they ain't that good.
It's
I would say
quite-
they're very average.
It's rummaging with one hand is much more difficult, guys.
Yeah. This some of these backpacks, they have a latching mechanism you haven't encountered. It's like 2 sets of metal teeth that are interlocking, and you're trying to pull this little lever with one hand, and it's not really working all that well. And you hear, like, I don't know, one of the side doors to this room slam shut, and then you hear someone like scream and run, and they're yelling, "Get out, get out, get out," and it sounds like they're coming like down the hall towards you, and then right when they turn the corner, like nobody turns the corner.
So it's a
Okay.
haunted house.
Excuse me, is this things from the flood?
Ghost robots.
Okay, I will take this briefcase.
Become a package to some packed belongings to a backpack to a briefcase. Okay.
And
It's
I will
just whatever we need at the moment.
carry on doing the same thing, just like.
Okay. You two are also on the second floor. Or are you up one more?
I think actually we might be on the 3rd floor.
I think we're on the 3rd, because isn't there a 4th floor?
There was
Yeah.
a 4th floor. Dollfingers was there. I was scared of Dollfingers. I went down a floor to be in the library.
Don't matter no more.
Dollfingers is with Ada.
Yeah, and now I'm stuck with Ada and Dollfingers.
Yes.
And
Okay.
a poem.
Okay. We'll hop to you
Yes.
guys and see what are you doing.
Let's see. Ada wants to use this poem as a way to spark her intense knowledge of artifacts and try and see if she knows what good old, what's its name, Frostbane is, and if she can deduce or remember anything about that. Let's
Okay.
see.
With an artifact wise.
With an artifact wise. Unless you think there's something else.
Can I
good
help you
she
with
can
Elven
use.
script?
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to help or with anything, it doesn't matter.
Let's see. It's definitely not common knowledge. I would go so far as to say it's beyond uncommon knowledge.
Oh, you think it's beyond uncommon?
Yes, it is a poem written in Elvish on a tattered paper.
I am very wise in the way of artifacts. I don't
Yeah,
understand
I
what you're
know.
talking
You can
about.
reflect that in the amount of dice that you roll.
Okay, so I have 3 as a base.
Call it an ob 5.
Shakes.
Boy. I mean, I can help you
can-
with like a staff. I can help you with observation. I'll be like, observe the paper is. I'll be like CSI.
Look at the paper.
Observe the paper is new. The
Zoom in.
ink is
You
fresh.
considered looking at the paper?
I hold it up to the light and look for a watermark because elves
Yeah.
sometimes use watermarks, and I feel the quality of the paper.
Watermark the paper. Yeah, you can figure out exactly where it's from.
Yeah, I just heft it around. I do that kind of stuff. So that would give you 2 if I used observation.
That would be good. Let's see. Can I fork anything in, or can I do a linked test? Ooh, we're in a library. How much
You
would
want
a
to try to research again?
linked test?
Oh wait,
How hard would
wait,
that be?
hold on. I have research as a skill I'm opening.
Yeah, so do I. We all do.
We all do.
You've all failed at least one research roll.
I succeeded at my research roll. That's how I learned to read Braille. I learned cryptography to break Braille, and then I researched.
Well, I think it's perception, so you have better perception than me.
Okay. So you want me to? I can link. You want this to be a linked test where I do research
a linked test.
in the library for books about
Yes.
elvish artifacts.
I can also help you with the linked test,
Okay.
but we should figure out what the ob is first.
Probably B5.
Ob 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's scratch that plan because it's a doubled ob.
Yes.
Don't be scared of failure.
There's a difference between not being scared of failure and willfully being
She could roll nothing
negligent.
but 6s.
Knowing Sarah, she could. So there is
It's
that.
true.
But we'll pass on that one. Okay, well.
So ob 5, I'm helping you with observation 2 plus 2.
Observation 2, which I will be careful as well. I don't have any persona, unfortunately. I'm trying to think if there's any linked test, or sorry, any fork that is good. But I don't really think so. How do we feel about appraisal? Appraising this quality of paper
No.
and ink.
The paper is not the special bit that you're
What
looking
about
at.
read and write?
I would call one of those a prerequisite and the other not helpful.
I think neither are helpful because technically it's an Elvish. Okay, let's
I write
just
down
get
a
this
translation
over
for
with.
you.
Yeah, I mean, I could have done that. Okay, so help, and I'll do it carefully. Whew, let's just base ob 5.
You can do it, Ada.
classy.
Think deeply.
Thanks.
Got a
I will
6.
think deeply. I
You got
will
one
spend the
6.
fate. Might as well. No reason not to. I think I put more Artha into artifact wise than anything else. Oh, that's
Aw.
so sad. And it was a 5, no less. Oh well.
So,
Close.
as you are sitting here thinking about this poem, trying to go through your memory about anything that you've heard about any part of this poem, you hear a small hello coming from the room that you had hidden in during that moment when someone was coming, the knife room, which you described as a smile, but was a frown. It was a frowny face.
Well, it was a frown. I couldn't remember. Ada had more pressing matters, which was an Elvish poem. Okay. Ada will tentatively respond with a hello as well. Say hello? Who's there?
Who's that? Mom doesn't want strangers in the house.
We're not strangers. We're guests.
Oh, we don't get guests very often.
I know. That's so sad. What's your name? My name's Ada.
My name's Nadia.
Nadia. That is a beautiful name, Nadia. I
Have you
can't see
seen my
her, right?
cat? No.
Have I seen your cat? What does your cat look like? Maybe I can't. Maybe I have seen her.
They're really white and fluffy.
Oh my gosh, I have. I think she's right here with us right now. Why don't you come out and you can say hello and you can introduce us to her.
I'm in time now. I'm not allowed to leave my room.
You're in timeout. Who said you were in timeout?
My mom.
Well, is she here right now?
Yeah.
Yeah? Where is she? Because I
She's
don't think
here.
I've seen her.
Oh, well, she's always watching me.
Great. Wonderful. Can I
Classy.
roll a perception to see if I can perceive if
Perceive
this voice
child.
is coming from a person or a ghost or a wall?
Sure. Yeah.
I just want to perceive, like from whence does the voice come?
Yeah, I mean, it's coming from the other room. Are you trying to do
Okay.
this from the room you're in? Or are you going
No,
into
I
the other
think
room?
I would imagine like Ada's talking and we're like getting closer to the door and like,
Nope. It is not moving.
okay,
Okay, just go ahead and roll up for perception and see what happens.
sure. Ada is not advancing. It's just me.
Do you
It's
want
just
help?
you.
I mean, I could help you.
I mean, you could help me. Do you want to?
Sure, why not? Let me give you 2 helps with perception. I mean, I am also trying to perceive by talking to her more or less.
Well, let me
By engaging in this conversation.
redo my roll then. 2 helps with perception. Okay. Base up, you said 4?
Mhm.
Oh, serious.
Should I re-roll that
Fate,
6?
fate,
Yes.
fate. You have
Fate,
plenty
fate.
of fate, just like me.
So
We all
much,
do.
so
Not really.
full
Me
of
and Sarah
fate.
are low. We're only on 8.
That is
Oh,
plenty.
that was
No.
sad.
Yeah. You hear Ada start talking to herself as if she's having a
Oh.
conversation.
Nice, classy.
So I can't hear anything. It's
You do
just
not
Ada.
hear anything. You hear Ada start talking to. She's directing it toward the other room, but you do not hear anything.
Great. Can I roll sorcery wise?
What are you trying to discern?
I want to know if this is like a spell. Like,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that you can do. Yes, it's probably not that hard, sorcery wise.
great.
I mean, it would just. I mean, an odd one would tell you if this is possible with sorcery.
Okay.
Or not.
That is great. I'm still learning sorcery wise, but that's the last one, so I can get.
Oh my gosh, she's so smart about sorcery.
The
I
elf,
can.
the best sorcerer in the group.
The most wise sorcerer of us
Swears
all.
about sorcery.
So base ob 1, and it should double because I'm learning it. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh,
Great.
beautiful. If only you could
Yeah.
have done that earlier.
Yeah, I mean,
Gosh.
making noises that like only some people can hear is pretty rudimentary. Like even like a pretty low level sorcery gifted person could do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna go into that other room and see if there's somebody in there.
You go into the room. You see an empty child's play room with 19 knives
Frowny
stuck into
knife
the wall with a
face.
frowny face. Yes, but you do not see a small child named Nadia.
Okay.
It is like, wait, Ragaire, wait, I was gonna bring the cat over there.
Ragaire is like,
She's like started picking up ladyfingers and is starting to hustle
she's
after
like,
you.
I hate to break it
The
to you, but
name
I
is
cannot
not
hear
Ladyfingers. It's Dollfingers.
Dollfingers. Sean, get it right.
Totally
Ada's messed
different
up in the
vibe.
head already, so she's already changed the name to
Ragaire is like,
Ladyfingers.
Ada, I can't hear who you're talking to. Who is it you're talking to?
What are you talking about? I'm talking to Nadia. Is she in this room? Ada
Nope.
looks around.
I
room.
like gesture around and I'm like, where is she?
That's weird. She must have just gone into another room, right? Because this connects to other rooms.
But back out to the hallway.
Just back out to, or oh yeah. Well, let's check the hallway real quick. Maybe she got scared.
Okay.
Ada goes over to the hallway.
Do, do, do.
Doop, doop, doop,
The
doop,
three
doop.
of you walk over to the hallway.
I'm holding Dollfingers,
Dollfingers,
like
okay.
a rag doll, like
Yeah.
in my
You
arms across my chest.
peek your head out into the hallway and you see like a shadow has like just run around the corner, but you don't see any. Like you see the glimpse of someone running around the corner.
Do
Oh.
we hear the sound of someone running?
You don't.
But not okay, so Ragaire doesn't see that shadow.
It is like, I mean, I think she just went that way. I saw something go around the corner.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you have seen none of this and
yeah,
heard none of this.
I'm understanding. I'm quickly coming to understand that.
I mean, I don't. It's not really important. We've got the part of the poem at least, so I think it'll be fine. We should find Morrine maybe, or we can explore
Is
more
she
of the
still in the powder
floor.
room? What do humans do in a powder room?
You know, a powder room is a rich people thing. I don't know what you're supposed to do in one.
Well, I'd like to see what the inside of one if I can, just so I can know.
I'm sure
What-
Morrine can give you the grand tour.
Okay. Go downstairs and find Morrine. The rose door. I'm also not supposed to be here, but I still
Yep. You are not known to be in the house.
She's also
Okay.
not at the powder room anymore.
Yep. As you knock on the powder room door, we'll cut back down to Brother Wirt. So you are keeping this man entertained.
Mhm.
You're doing a fine job of it. He's just hawking your ear off.
Sure.
Is there anything you want to do? Or any information you want specifically from him?
No, I mean, I am putting all effort into giving my team time to explore the house, figure out what they can
Okay.
in as unimpeded a way as possible.
Perfect. Well, you have distracted him. So I just wanted to make sure you had the opportunity to continue to do things as these three ran around upstairs.
Yep.
Okay.
I think
causing
bumble might
chaos
be a
as
good
we
word.
go.
Bumble around upstairs. Okay, so Morrine, you grab that bag and
Yep.
we're just opening random doors.
Yep, and I thought I think I get like 2 doors in that are locked again. I'm like, I don't know where my friends are. I should go find them.
Okay. So they're up a floor. You hear them in the hallway upstairs.
Okay, I'll go upstairs.
From that corner where the shadow came, you now see Morrine.
Oh, Morrine, I mean, did you see a little girl go down the hallway that way?
Nope. I think this house is haunted though, so just ignore anything you see or hear, I
It's
guess.
haunted.
Ada, can you open bags?
Well, I mean, how do you want it open?
Aggressively?
That, my
Ragaire
dear, is my
unsheathed
forte.
sword.
You have no sword.
I reach for sword. It's not there. I look sad.
Yeah, I can try and open that, whatever it is, with a
It's-
power test.
It is not hard to open with 2 hands.
Okay. The trick, Morrine, getting an extra person in your case. Maybe using your feet to your advantage. Okay, I open it then, I guess. Does it have
So-
anything interesting inside?
Boy, does it. It has a small parchment and a lot of bones.
Oh, bones. We do love
Hmm.
bones. What's on
What's
the
on that
parchment?
parchment?
Parchment. It says, Roderick, I found her.
Roderick.
Roderick.
We don't know a Roderick.
Can
Okay.
I?
Stuff that for later.
What can I test to know Roderick? Roderick sounds nobly.
Royal family wise, noble wise, kingdom wise.
Kingdom wise, all Rodericks must be added to a list when they are born.
Yeah, no, can I test kingdom wise to know if there's a Roderick noble that is like in this region, I guess.
So help me. Popov's first name is.
Does
Oh,
anybody
yeah,
know
yeah.
anatomy?
His name is Borislav.
Borislav Popov.
Borislav Popov. An interesting fact, maybe.
Absolutely not. I don't know anatomy.
Up to.
Up to? Okay. Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
Nice.
Yes. Who is
Kingdom
Roderick?
wise. Who is Roderick? Oh, you get to make it up this
Oh
time.
my gosh.
He has to be something, I would say noble,
Yeah,
because of kingdom wise.
Yeah.
You can't just say off Roderick's in the kingdom.
It's Roderick down the street. He's a cobbler.
Roderick is the Duke who shares his borders with the Duchess.
Okay.
That is now truth.
It is now truth.
I was about to say, can we try and figure out what these bones are? But
That
I
would
think
probably be anatomy.
an anatomy test, which, I do love opening new skills. Dog
He has
anatomy.
made an anatomy, I think.
It would be what in anatomy?
Somebody has made an anatomy check, I
thought
think.
somebody had too.
To determine if What's-Her-Face was still alive. That was a throwback.
Was it Wirt?
It was
Well, let
probably
me tell you,
Wirt.
I have 2 successes or 2 check marks on my anatomy being learned, so
Nice.
more than one.
I could
I
bloodlet
mean-
these bones.
Let these bones.
Marrow.
Famously.
Letting blood, I would be very concerned. Even more
Weeping
so.
blood. Bones,
I
weeping
mean,
blood.
Could be worth bringing back.
We could go up
to
to that
Wirt.
library and research.
I mean, it's
Would
an
you-
ob-2 to determine superficial human anatomy.
Are bones considered superficial?
No, but these ones are now superficial.
They are now, that's true.
That's not that bad. It's based on perception.
Yeah, it's perception. I mean, I have 5.
I have
I could-
6. Perception. I don't know if we actually care.
I'm curious if they're like a kid's bones, because then they could be Nadia's or something.
Mm.
Which I feel like would be interesting, but not much we can do with that either way still. And I've failed enough already. I think I've had my fill for at least the next 15 minutes.
God, you succeeded on one roll last time. You still got to keep going.
Doing rolling hot
Or
these
you
last
can take him
few
down to Brother
sessions.
Wirt. Just dump the bones on the table. Be
Just
like, I
on the
done
table.
these.
I mean-
Alternatively, I can go swap out for work. He didn't want me down there, but if he's just distracting the guy, I could do that.
Ada really wants to talk to him.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, let's
Albert.
just go bust in.
Let's bust in. I don't think there's anything else. I mean, we could explore the 4th floor real quick.
What's
She
this
says
He
while
can't
still
see
holding
me. Albert
Dollfingers.
can't see me, so
Ragaire can't go down there.
I can't go down there.
Ragaire hits up the 4th floor.
I'll go hit up the floor now that
We go
Dollfingers
release
isn't
Wirt.
there.
Wirt comes up here, talks to Ragaire, analyzes these bones. That sounds great.
Analyze these bones, doctor.
Enhance. Okay. So you guys are going downstairs. Ragaire's going upstairs.
Sure,
Okay.
sounds like a game plan.
I'll wait for Connor to come. Is he gonna come up to look the bones, or are you guys bringing the bones? I'll wait for him to.
I think
I'll
we'll
guard
leave
the bones.
with you
I'll guard the bones.
before
Okay.
we go back downstairs. Wirt will do whatever Wirt wants to do, really.
Oh, Ada, we need to do a stop off in the powder room if you're supposed to be there. I don't like dust your.
You hear Ragaire go, "Oh, we're gonna do it."
Room
You have a
still
job to
eludes
do,
you.
Ragaire.
Okay, so then, Brother Wirt, now 2 of your friends come back down into the room.
The
And
fact
this
that
time
they're
they're
coming
like,
in together
"Get
signals like, okay, they're done with their. This is fine, and I.
From the entryway, I'm gonna signal you. I'm gonna be like, you.
Okay, yeah. Wirt will. Ah, my friends have returned. How delightful. Please. You were telling me such a wonderful story, Albert. Can you rope them in? This is quite fascinating.
Oh, yes, come sit down. Dinner should be ready soon. And where was I in this story?
Oh, I'm sorry. Dinner will be ready soon. I must change and prep myself. Please, excuse me. I am so sorry. I didn't realize how much time I'd taken up. I will return briefly. Just thank you so much for your hospitality and your patronage. This has been delightful.
Okay, you can skedoot upstairs then.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then
I'm
you...
just like wandering around, looking like
I
to be
come and
doing
get you. I
something,
hear you.
or-
I hear you like wandering around like one
yeah,
floor
just like
below.
there's some shuffling happening. Like bump into an end table. Oh, Ragaire. Oh, hello. Yes, hello.
We need you to look at these, and I take the backpack and I dump the bones.
What have you done? I thought I was just giving you time to search the home. What's happened here?
It wasn't me this time.
Oh, all right.
Morrine
Yeah.
found these. She didn't actually tell us where she found these, but backpack
She
full of
just
bones.
appeared with a backpack full of bones.
Okay. Well, looking at this bone pack, what do I see? What can I determine? Are there
Well, go ahead and make an anatomy check. Ob2.
Ob2 anatomy?
Can always be careful.
I will.
It's harder than dog bones. Oh no.
Not at all.
Yeah, you can identify these as... There are 3 things you can distinctly identify. They are indeed human.
Mhm.
They are indeed not an adult.
Mhm.
And they have been gnawed on heavily.
All these things are great
Mm,
subjects to know.
Okay. And that's all immediately obvious.
Once you look at it pretty close, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
once they're dumped out of the bag onto the floor, yes.
Can I assemble a leg and just get a rough estimate of how long that leg is?
Yes? Can you name the 3 legs, the bones in the leg?
It's the fibia, the tibia, and the femur.
Fibula, but yeah. Okay,
Fibula,
yes.
thank you.
This, yeah, okay, then yes. Connor can do it, Brother Wirt can assemble those bones.
Fair enough.
You want to know how tall it is?
Yeah, like is this a 6-inch leg or a 12-foot leg?
Like the
Like,
age,
what
I
are we
guess,
looking at?
for like the age of the child, I'm assuming is. what
You
we're
can
trying-
tell the person who these bones previously belonged to.
Maybe it still
Were,
belong to them.
possession is a weird thing. Was probably 4 feet, 5 feet tall, quite
Okay.
short.
Yes. Okay.
I take
Further
offense to that.
affirming.
Very, very short, 5 feet tall.
Okay.
You
Well,
giants.
Ragaire, let's get this put away before somebody sees.
You don't know
whatever
where they
this
came
is.
from, Ragaire.
Well,
I
can we at l-
100% don't. And am I keeping a backpack full of bones now? Probably.
as long as Wirt doesn't have to carry it, here you go.
Great.
What all did you find? I assume you've spoken with the other two?
Yes. Okay. This is what I know. There may be a ghost. Ada was talking to Air. Couldn't see the person she was talking to. Morrine found a bag of bones. And to sum up, we found half of a poem that we think tells us how to end winter, but we're not exactly sure what any of it means. Great progress.
Oh,
And
very conveniently
I
placed.
hand him the translation of the poem so that he can read the poem about
I commit it to
winter.
memory
Mhm.
by scrolling up in the chat to read it.
Yes.
And okay, well, do we think this is a ghost or Ada is somehow being tricked, magicked in some way, or is perhaps just delusional? This has always been a possibility.
Magic, it's really easy. I've spent a lot of time. I don't know if you know this, but I've been on the receiving end of a lot of magic. And through that, I've gained a lot of knowledge. Plus, I spent a lot of time reading books in the abbey and in this library, and it is possible it could be magic. But also, I don't know anything about how ghosts work. Elves don't have ghosts, so this is totally
Okay.
new to me. But I would assume I would be able to see a ghost. Like, I don't know why Ada saw the ghost and I didn't. Like, I usually am able to see things pretty clearly.
So, Logan,
Mhm.
not knowing how the lore of these worlds works,
Mhm.
are ghosts something that would fall under demonology? Or is there a specterology?
That's
I
skill that
think-
I
undead
need
wise
for
or
that?
ghost wise?
Yeah, they're distinctly not demons.
Okay. It's not demonology is not the over encompassing non-human
Correct.
supernatural badness. Okay. Great. Well,
Would religion wise know how ghosts work though? Because usually religions have a lot of information about like the afterlife and like who goes, like what happens after you die and that kind of stuff.
I mean, religion-wise, would be able to tell you what ghosts are inside of the religion and like what the significance they have to them.
okay, but it's not like I don't know. There's not like one way that ghosts are formed and this is how ghosts are. That's like a scientific fact, and there's a ghost doctor who knows things and like.
There are death artists who probably do things with ghosts, but that's not really well known.
Okay, sure. So that's some sorcery bullshit that
Yes.
I want nothing to do with because that's heresy. Okay. Well,
Ragaire will just be like, it sounded like Ada was talking to a child. Like that's
Used her child voice.
she used her like I'm talking really nicely to somebody, like that's the only thing that I could tell. And she was looking like Ada was looking for a little girl in the passageway.
And then he walked into a child's playroom.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I gesture to the frowny face
the
made
knives.
out of knives, and I'm like, I didn't even talk about this.
Well, then Wirt would like to sit on the ground and hold the backpack just kind of like in his lap contemplatively. And have you Ragaire, did you say the child's name?
She said it, Nadia.
Okay, I'm making sure in character that Wirt knows. Nadia, I understand if you're scared. Is there something we can do to help you? This is a very unusual situation for everyone to be in, and it's okay to be nervous. If there's anything I can do to help you, I would like to. I'm sure that you are a very kind and thoughtful young child, and I would like to know if you I would like for you to know that we do not mean you any harm.
She said something about being grounded. Nadia tried to get, or Ada tried to get her to come out, but it said something about that. Just
Mhm.
Ragaire's just like whispering like further facts.
Sure, yeah. You don't have to leave or do anything. Just if you are around, if you could say something, that would help me feel better to know that you are okay.
Do you want to make a roll?
Yeah.
What do you want to roll?
Persuasion with soothing platitudes.
Persuasion with soothing platitude. Okay. We'll make it just a nice ob 4.
Do you need help? I could potentially help, but I'd have
Sure.
to really work at my explanation.
I would say you did actually help, but it would be easy to say that
Oh
you
yeah.
did.
Yeah, I don't
Like-
know what skill that would be, but
Could just be a
Relay.
blank advantage die.
Communicate.
Doesn't.
communication.
Okay, so I can add a die for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Base ob 4. Easy breezy.
Nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend a fate just to get, maybe a little bit of extra information or something, because I've got that to burn. Okay, nothing.
I had
Actually,
two
oh, crap.
sixes.
Yeah, it was 2 6s, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, great. Success.
Okay. So you don't hear a small child talk to you, but you do hear a clang, and you look over, and one of the knives has fallen out of the wall, and the face is now a happy face.
I do not like that.
Huh. Okay.
Maybe the house itself is possessed.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
so yeah, Wirt's gonna like stand up and walk over to the face and pick up the knife on the ground and just look at it. Is there ectoplasm on it,
No,
or
it looks like a normal dinner knife.
okay? It's not like none of these are machetes or crazy
No.
butcher. It's just
No,
like
it's like
big
assorted
knife.
cutlery.
Okay, cool. Nadia, if this means that you are okay, then I want to thank you. You're very brave, and it's very kind of you to help me and to tell me that you're doing okay.
There's no further response from the knives.
Okay, great.
Ragaire's like, should I keep this bag of bones? Like he like reaches for the bag of bones and is like, should I take that? Do we leave it here?
Nadia, is there someplace that you would like to be? Is there somewhere that we can lay you to rest?
Response from the knives.
Well, I think we should just hold on to this for now. And hopefully some things make themselves clearer in the future. Nadia, we are going to leave now. Thank you very much. If you need help, please say something. And we leave. Or I leave at least.
Yeah, I guess we're back in the library. Ragaire's like, well, they don't know that I'm here, so I'm gonna try and get up to the 4th floor now that you know about bones.
Alright, let's go. Team up.
Team up.
Nobody be alone in this place. This is giving me bad Mama Juju vibes.
So
Yeah.
much bad juju.
So you guys make your way up to the 4th floor.
Mhm.
You are greeted once again by your favorite cat, who comes running up the stairs.
I had
Dollfinger,
her.
yeah, she's left. He's left you. Um,
Dollfingers
Dollfingers
no
comes
longer loves you.
running up the stairs. Uh, as you like try to go up them, he like runs between your legs. And goes all the way up.
Okay. Well, that's a very active cat, and I move on with my life.
I'm like, its name is Dollfingers. We've met before.
Oh, that's a very peculiar name. I do not like that at all.
Can we just like, is Dollfingers trying to block us, or is Dollfingers just
No,
like
they were just
invested?
running upstairs,
Okay, well, I'm gonna.
as cats do when they decide they want to go somewhere and nothing can stop them, and they
Yeah.
sprint over there.
Got it. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna ignore Dollfingers this time around, but
Yeah.
pretend like I'm keeping an eye out, but I'm
He's
just
not
like playing it
harassing
cool.
you when you're
Okay, great.
upstairs. Okay. So what is your plan for the 4th floor?
What I don't think I didn't even see what was on the 4th floor. I just saw Dollfingers sitting there and I freaked out and I like went downstairs. So
Yep.
what does it look like?
Yeah, it's much the same. Same like general floor plan, like one like area in the middle where the stairs are, and then a long hallway that goes on either end, and rooms coming off of it. You can tell that this is like the rooms are larger up on this floor. You can tell just there's less doors. There's not. It doesn't seem to be like servants' quarters downstairs where there were like a bunch of rooms all together.
Great. I guess we just see if any doors are open.
Yeah. So you try a door. It's unlocked. Like, do you open it, or do you just want to see how many of them are unlocked?
Let's see how many are unlocked first.
They are all unlocked.
They're all unlocked.
Do we hear anything on the other side of any of the doors?
No.
I can't air of gates all these doors.
You can
You
air of
could.
gate the hallway though.
I want to air of gates this house and just
Yeah.
know what's in this house. I guess we'll just go together in each room. Does that sound cool to you,
Yeah, I
Brother
would
Wirt?
much rather not split up. So
Yeah, I don't think we should split up either. So I think we just start on the left side and go down.
Sure. I think Wirt's inclination is to just gentle knock at each door and see what happens, and then go in. Is that cool by
Like gentle knock at one door and then go into that same door, or gentle knock
Yes.
all the doors at once?
the one door? Clear
Okay.
that
Okay.
systematically one at a time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not supposed to be here, so you have at least the excuse of being a guest.
Mhm.
So I feel like if you're knocking, you can just be like, I got lost.
Mhm.
So I guess I'll be like, you go in front and I'll be back up. Kind
Okay,
of
yeah,
thing.
you hide over there for now, and then once we clear out the first room, you'll hide in that room, and then we just daisy chain. Great. I knock on
Perfect.
the first door, the one on the left closest to the stairs.
One on the left, close to the stairs. Okay. There's no response.
Okay, I open the door.
Go.
Great.
Okay. It is a nursery. Like you can see a crib over on the far end, and like little I don't know, like little dressers and like things for like a baby, not a child. But we will hop back downstairs to our two friends with
Oh.
Albert.
Darn
Oh
it! I
my
could have
gosh,
used
Albert,
child
what
rearing.
an interesting story. Now I want to hear the one about how the Duchess met Henry. That's what I really want to hear.
Who's Henry? Is this someone I should know about?
You don't know Henry? Oh, you might.
Well, Adelaide has a lot of friends, but I don't need to be worried about any. I don't. Henry.
Henry is
What an
something
unusual name.
special. Something special.
Oh, is this? He looks over at Ada's. Is this someone in someone's life? And he sort of gives you like a wink.
It's like got the confused math symbols around her face. Like, what? I'm just a simple country girl. I don't know, sir.
He's just chit chatting.
Yeah, I think on the way in, Ada was like, we need to see if we can get more information about like the Duchess and what's going on here from him. Even if he pretends to be nice, we might need to put some pressure on the situation. Catch my gist.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
start nice. We start good cop. Then we transition to bad cop, like always.
Good cop to bad cop.
Good cop to bad cop. It's perfect.
I
It works
think it's
every time.
always good cop, and that bad cop turns the other cop also into bad cop.
Yeah, something like that. Either way, everyone ends up bad cop at the end.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Ada is going to be, she's just going to start sussing out sort of like the general gist of what's going on here. Like, well, thank you so much, sir, for taking care of us. And we were wondering about how long have you been taking care of Adelaide? She's just such a lovely lady that we're excited to meet.
Oh, Adelaide and I, we've been married maybe.
Mary?
Yeah, this is her husband.
What? I did not know that. Well, Henry is a special someone you need to be worried
I
about.
thought he was the butler.
Yeah, I think this was.
No, he
We've all been
welcomed you to
bamboozled here.
his home when you
Like,
were at the door.
We assumed he was the butler.
The head
Well, he-
butler might consider it their home in a certain way.
Well, he then shocks you by saying he's been married to Adelaide for 15 years.
More math symbols.
And you don't know about Henry? I just hope Henry doesn't end up like the other children you've had here.
Oh, we are
Why
going
do you
bad
say
cop.
that? What do you mean?
Coffee chats with Adelaide. We have those from time to time. She said she really wanted to be a mother and she tried really hard, but sometimes it just didn't work out.
I think she's doing a fine job of it.
Oh,
Well,
you're entitled to your own opinion.
how many children do y'all have?
We have two young ones.
What are their names?
Well, we have Nadia. She's 5.
Oh, that's a beautiful name, sir.
And then Bella.
Bella?
Bella.
Vella.
And Bella is 9 months old.
Okay. Nadia was 5, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, the 2 young, beautiful ladies like that, they must be really needing a lot of care. I remember I was rambunctious as a squirrel when I was 5.
That's true, but Adelaide keeps them in line.
Oh, does she? Are they going to be joining us for dinner?
Oh, yes, eventually.
Well, oh God, what else do I need from this man? So much. Curious if he like knows that the Duchess uses magic. So I'm going to cautiously try and raise the subject of how gifted Adelaide is and be like, Well, you know that Adelaide of yours, she's such a lovely lady, and she has gifts that you would not believe. She showed us some of them one time, and it was just astounding what she can do with just her mind. And I'm wondering, do you think those kids, I wonder if they inherited any of their mother's gifts?
I think you could either roll etiquette and sort of just nicely ask a direct
No.
question, or you can roll conspicuous and ask a veiled question.
Inconspicuous?
No, conspicuous.
Why would I roll conspicuous?
Because you're trying to have your question be seen through what you are actually saying.
I guess conspicuous
Hmm.
gives you like a reaction.
Okay. I don't want to do either of those, frankly. What is my etiquette?
Your etiquette ob would probably be 2.
Okay. Let's see. It would be 2. Would be 2. Or you know, sure, why not? I will do that. We'll say I was careful. Do you want to help with anything?
Sure.
Morrine, it has to be a stat because I'm learning etiquette.
I can just help you with will. If that's the social one.
Generally, etiquette I have as perception.
Oh. Well, I can help you with perception too. I mean, I have etiquette.
Well.
And conspicuous, ironically.
And I have neither.
She sends a baleful glare.
She's got to do some talking, and then I can help her. Okay, we'll do that carefully at least. I will take that help if you will. GM allows it.
I mean, yeah, she can help.
Okay, what would you like to help with?
I will help you with perception.
Okay,
And
and
I will
that's a
just you'll be guiding him in the wrong direction. I'm like, no, just go.
okay, sure. Base ob 2.
Yeah, the 6.
My rolls are so bad these days. Jesus. Okay. Whatever.
That is
Tried.
really unlucky.
Yeah, they've been rough.
And you were essentially
Channeling
asking.
Connor's energies.
Yeah, you were asking if the Duchess is gifted, or if her
I was
children are gifted.
implying that the Duchess is gifted as a
Mhm.
veiled way of saying she can do magic. And if
Mhm.
he knows about that and is proud of it, he would probably bring it up and say, oh,
Mhm.
we're sure the kids will get it too. But if
Mhm.
he did not like it or he didn't know about it, he would just be like, oh, yeah, she's so smart. You know, like make
Mhm.
some vague agreement to the compliment.
Yeah, he's like, I think in your
It's like, is he an
bumbling, yeah,
accomplice?
I think sort of in your bumbling of trying to have this etiquette, but also a direct question, you accidentally just ask if she like it can do magic, like almost outright, and he's just like, no, there's only one person in the whole valley that's magic, and that's Lady Stravis, at least. Quite gifted, but she's not magic.
Lady Stravit's magic. Well, she's no more. Anyways, I don't actually say that.
Okay.
It's for all those kids at
Hate to
home.
break
There
it to you,
is
she's been dead for a
no
while.
Lady Stravit. She's been quite dead, and her heart has been ripped out by a white wolf, which is probably just the Duchess. Classic. You know, that's how those things go. Okay.
Well, since
I really
you
want to
and-
see the
you and
kitchen.
Adelaide have been happily married for 15 years. Are you attending Pop-Pop's wedding? Have you heard about that? Gotten an invitation?
Of getting married?
Tonight, I guess.
Well, I bet his wife will find that quite a scandal.
He's married already.
Oh, yes.
To who?
Lady Popov is one of the. She's been married for years. I think longer than I've been with Adelaide.
Quite a scandal indeed.
Yeah. Well, I have a feeling Ms. Pavlov is out of the picture in some way.
He's getting married tonight. Are they renewing their vows? Is that what
He's
you
getting
mean?
married to, I don't have notes, but
Lady
the
Agath.
Lady Agath
Lady Agath?
of the rotting.
I am unfamiliar with
Rotting
this Lady
family.
Agath.
You know, I was too, but
Rotting Hill.
love is love.
I'll have to talk to Borislav about that. I'm sure you're probably mistaken.
I'll go with you if you want. I would love to give my blessings to him and his newly beloved.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is just. That Borislav sort of chuckles. What has he gotten himself into?
Oh,
More
that
than you
Popov
might
getting
know.
himself into them zany situations.
Them zany
He needs to pop off.
situations. Ada is gonna check on the food for a moment. And so she's going to say to Albert, she's gonna be like, well, with everything getting ready for dinner, we're very excited and appreciative of your hospitality, but my lady over here, she has some special food inclinations that I normally take care of, and I make sure they match just right with what she needs. So while I'm sure your house can take care of us exquisitely, I would greatly appreciate if I could check in on the kitchen for just a moment. Would you mind showing me there, telling me which way to go?
Like, oh yeah, it's just he like points to a door coming off of the dining room. It's like, oh, it's just over there.
Okay.
Okay.
Ada walks up and goes. She wants to explore that kitchen.
Okay. Are you just walking in unannounced?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a kitchen.
Yeah, it is a
So
kitchen.
I should be hearing food being prepared if it's actually being prepared.
Yeah, I
should hear
mean, you've
cooks
been able to
shouting.
hear it and smell it.
Oh, well, of course I have.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah,
you
I'm
get
just
into the
gonna walk
kitchen.
in.
Okay, there's nobody in this kitchen.
Okay, that's great.
It does smell like food.
So weird. Ada does a little like cross. She looks for some salt to throw over her shoulder real quick.
And I mean, it sounds like a kitchen. There's just no one in here.
Are the pantries stocked and the food fresh?
Yeah.
But we
It
don't
looks like dinner
see
was
knives.
about to be made. Like there's food out ready to be prepared.
The more you say, Logan, the less.
There goes
19 knives missing. No, there's
yeah,
there's
no
nothing.
bones, no human
no.
remains. I check the freezer. I
There's
look
a
outside.
distinct lack of human remains in this kitchen.
What a boring response. Okay, I go back to Albert. I said, well, thank you, sir. Everything looks just mighty fine. I'm sure it'll be
Mighty good
absolutely
too.
delicious.
We have some of the best chefs in the valley.
Oh, I bet you do.
I would like to convince Albert to go to the town with us. Because I think there's something funky with this house, and if he gets out of it, maybe it'll make sense.
I like that, and I want to visit Popov too. So
Yeah. I do too.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna
Um,
push that. He's like he wanted to see what Papa was up to anyway.
Yeah.
Be like, really? We should go to they're gonna get married tonight. So if we want to make
if it's
it,
so
we gotta go
so
before
dangerous
dinner.
or
Yeah.
such a scandal.
okay. You're just doing persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay. 4.
Up 4.
Can forking husband wise?
He's not your husband.
He's a husband.
He is a
husband!
husband.
He's
He's about to be a new
husband!
husband too. Like
He's
this is
got
the
so many
ultimate use of
husbands.
yeah.
There's
this is-
so many husbands involved. Who knew? Yes, I would also like to help with persuasion.
No, real forks. I could fork in etiquette if it's like that would be the proper thing for us to do.
And it would be proper for him to attend Lord Popov's wedding.
Yeah. And then it is gonna help with persuasion.
In fact, you saved him from a big faux pas of not knowing that it was happening, missing it.
Okay.
You can do it carefully too if you want more dice.
What?
Nice.
Did you need more dice? Sorry, thanks for taking all of my luck this session.
Okay.
Y'all are going on a
You
field
want to
trip.
roll of fate just for fun because you have 23?
Sure. For 4 o'clock.
3 6s.
And they were all successes. Wow. That is
So you're able
insane.
to persuade him very quickly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so fast. You
He
can
had a
put some
carriage
special
waiting.
conditions on there if you want.
So,
You can make
well, let's
narrative
play
changes.
this out.
But
Yeah. Not Lord Popov. Albert is
Albin.
Ada's like off in the kitchen, and you're left alone with him. He's like, "Tap Borislav, what he gotten himself into this time."
I don't know. I mean, if you want the hot goss, I think you should really see it. We were just
Hot
down there.
goss?
We were just down there this morning, and man, that town is a wreck.
A wreck? I was just down there the other day. What do you mean?
Let me show you. I cannot explain it.
What do you mean?
Inexplicable. Explicitly.
Like, it's so. I mean, yeah. Can you try?
Yes, I can try. Let's go with starvation, a rotten food totem to a forgotten god, and this marriage. That's apparently a scandal.
Now, was this some kind of joke?
No,
Why you pulling a fast one on me?
no. Look, I will prove it to you. We just have to go down there.
Okay. Adelaide will be home very soon. Are you sure? Can't wait until after dinner.
We
Well,
gotta go
Ada
before
hears
dinner
that when
because
she
the
comes
wedding's
in
gonna be
and she
over.
says, "We'll just meet Lady Adelaide on the way down. Have her join us, because only appropriate for y'all to be there for the good news either way, and then we'll bring her right back on up for dinner with all of us. It'll be perfect now."
That does make. I don't know why Lord Papa would not invite us to the wedding. But I
It
guess.
must have just slipped his mind. He's so excited, you hear?
Okay.
Or
And
he
he
doesn't
starts.
want you to know what's going on in your duchy.
Oh, I'm sure that's not the case.
We'll see.
Okay. We'll hop back upstairs to you two in the nursery with the bag of bones.
Great. I feel great about being here now that we know there's a 9-year-old missing, a 9-month-old missing.
Mm-hmm. They're not
Hey.
missing.
Hey, we do not have the bones of a 9-month-old. We're fine.
No, yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking
We
of this
enter-
9-month-old, you do hear crying coming from the crib.
Is it empty?
No.
What?
Oh my god, there's actually a baby.
Yeah.
Wow. Not prepared for that.
Ragaire
shit, now what do
busts
we
in.
do?
I would like to roll child rearing to assess the normalcy of this child.
This human child.
rearing.
This human child. I know much about them now. Because
Okay.
I'm a cool uncle.
What are you trying to assess about this child?
Does it match with the other human children I have seen? Like, is it
normal? Is it possessed?
Is
Does
it
it have glowing blue
standard?
eyes?
Is it standard human child?
Standard issue
emaciated?
human child.
Okay.
Is it a base model, or is there some updates on it?
Has Ragaire been around a 9-month-old before?
I feel like I've seen, like I've been around humans for a year now. So like, even though Adelia is not a human, not a human.
What?
Yeah, who knows when she comes out of that portal if she's going to be a human anymore. Even though Adelia is not that young, I feel like Ragaire has had a vested interest in just like learning more about children. So I would assume that he's been like observing over time. 3 of 3.
Of 3. To assess the human standard issue nature of this child.
How is that ob 3?
Makes me feel like it's not standard issue.
I love the idea that Morrine has a book that's like, what is a baby?
A baby. An anthology.
Ragaire's just like, yes, what is a baby? I asked Alden, I was like, Alden, can I borrow this?
There are elvish babies, I'm sure. So
there are, yeah. No, he's been around elvish babies before he was exiled, but
can't be, but so different.
You will be able to tell if this is an elven baby.
Okay. I'm still learning child rearing. Can I still do that carefully?
You can do any test carefully.
Okay.
You can spend fate to get an extra die.
Yeah, you can spend fate for an
extra
die.
Fate to get an extra die. Okay.
Whether Wirt can help, if you would like to.
Yeah. Okay. I will.
Have you done baptisms on babies?
You have to use a stat.
I have to use a stat. That's fine. I'll help with will because that's what child rearing is.
Cool.
He says that cry sounds like a baby. I am a human.
I am human.
I think he's innately familiar with human babies because they suss them out all the time.
Yeah,
that is true.
For gifts. True.
Also, your help with wills plus is 2 dice, correct?
Yes, I have a will of 6.
Oh, whoops. Hold on. Let me redo that. Picture, go back.
Good catch, Sean.
Child rearing.
I mean, I've been struggling for my life for every dice I can get, so I am on it.
Okay. Base ob 3, we said. Okay.
Nice.
I did it!
So many dice.
Look at all those 6s!
Should I reroll those? Why not?
I don't know if there's a reason to. You don't have as much fate to play with as Abby.
That's true.
I will say.
Fate is still a lot of fate, and you have the least. So, like, I think we're fine. We're all fine to just spend it like candy.
It is not that much. I'm feeling the pressure.
I'm shocked.
Okay. Well, I won't spend the fate just for now.
Yeah, okay. The crying, standard issue human child. The size, standard issue human child. The movements, standard issue human child. Everything about this room, standard issue human child. You go up to this standard issue human child.
Okay.
And you see a baby. Just right there.
All by itself. Like nobody there to take care of this baby.
Nope, it's crying. It's quite fussy, but it's a swaddled human baby.
Okay.
The swaddle is very nice, but there is a very it looks like it's been ripped.
Like ripped to make the swaddle, or like it has been torn?
It
by
looks
the
like it has
baby?
been cut, not by a baby.
All right. Well, I
From a
look and see
larger
if there's
piece of cloth.
anything under this swaddle to see what's, is it like hiding something? I'm seeing if
this-
its diaper's wet.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can see. So the swaddle is like around it, and it's like a cut across the whole thing. So like the swaddle's now in two pieces,
What?
but you can like undo it and look under it. Is that what you're saying you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna disassemble this messed up swaddle, which is obviously why the baby's crying.
Is
Yes.
there? I'm
So there's this baby.
Is this
It hasn't
baby
wet itself.
bisected?
No, the baby's not been bisected, but there's a straight, faint blue line that goes
Oh
straight
my
for this
gosh.
baby.
Obviously, it couldn't have been anything else.
mhm.
What?
Okay.
I think she's
Ragaire is
stealing
gonna-
magic from people somehow.
Ragaire is going to gain a baby.
Okay. As you pick up the baby, yes, Connor, you touched your forehead.
I want to
both hands.
recall in my mind's eye the body of the Lady Stravit. Was there a
Yep.
blue line?
Nope, not that anyone had ever identified.
Okay,
There is one body with a faint blue line on it,
and it's mine.
and it's
One
yours.
adult human body that we know of with one faint
Yeah.
blue line.
As you pick up the baby, it is quite happy. It seems like it was getting very upset. It was sort of doing that red face baby thing.
Yeah.
But you can start to hear the wind pick up a lot outside. And you guys downstairs can also begin to hear this, like strong gusts of wind. Ragaire, you can feel the
Hmm.
temperature like it's going down pretty quick. It's cold wind.
Hmm.
But the baby's still just crying in your arms.
It's happy though. You said it got happier.
It got happier. But it's still
Still
crying. hmm
Okay. Would this baby potentially be a pure heart? That was consumed? Questions.
Who knows?
Who knows? Can I roll sorcery wise to see if this baby is connected to, like the weather, or if I can tell anything about what this blue
This
line
baby
is?
connected to the weather.
Baby.
Baby.
I do Lion King. Just bouncing it up and down. No, okay. Well, I'll see if I can assess this blue line. See if it's talented, like gifted, sorcery wise.
Okay. Yeah. We'll just call it details. Up 3.
Okay. I've got 3 in sorcery wise. I will do it carefully. Okay, now hear me out.
Roadwise, no.
No, different one.
Why is
Okay.
a thin
Skill.
blue line but a road across their body?
Sean, I should have thought of that. No, can I fork and sing to like soothe the baby? Because I'm an elf and I'm good at singing and I have that skill. So that
Yeah.
he's like more still and happy, so I
Mhm.
can look at his body for longer.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Oh, whew, great. Things are going so well. And then observation. Would that count here?
I don't think so.
All right. I'm not afraid of failure.
Thank you.
Let's do it. Base ob 3. Come on, baby cakes.
Nice.
Hmm.
I did it. I'm
Nice.
so good with babies.
And so you want to know if this baby is gifted. And
Yeah, / what this blue line is.
yeah, this blue line, I mean, have you seen the one on Brother Wirt? I don't remember. I don't
mean,
recall
I
who
don't
has
think he
seen it.
was showing us that. Yeah.
Okay.
He's not keeping it a secret.
I
At
feel
this
like-
point, he has identified, oh, there's another existing creature with this blue line. This thing's been cut by the sword. We're talking about it. You've see, look what I got.
Yeah.
If it hasn't already been made known, he will make it known now.
Okay, great.
But I assume he would have said something previously.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I'll be like,
you can,
this is
yeah.
your blue line. What has this done to the baby?
Yeah. So you can't tell what is done to the baby, but you can tell it is the exact same blue line. And then you just get a pretty good grasp. You just have a gut feeling that this baby is gifted.
This
you're
baby
like,
is
I'm
what?
gifted.
Is gifted. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
You just have a gut feeling. You're good with
Do I
babies
have
now.
a gut feeling baby is better happy or sad? Like gifted
Probably
baby.
happy.
Okay, well then I'm keeping.
You've
the
had
baby
one
for me.
experience with a child who's gifted being upset, and it was not good.
It's true. All right, Ragaire has gained baby.
You have gained baby. Okay. Now, as you are still just gaining this baby, the wind at this point, like, blows open the shutters. The baby begins crying again. You're just like bouncing him, singing to him, trying to keep him good.
Come on, yeah.
But the wind is like picking up in this room. It's like blowing things over. It is like very cold now. Like frigid cold. Downstairs, you two with Albert, like, can feel the wind from inside. Albert's like, oh, that must be Adelaide.
Why would that be Adelaide?
It's like, I knew she was about to be home. And he's like still getting up and like gathering his things.
Well, go greet her and tell her that we're going to a wedding.
Yeah, okay. Well, you should come meet her too.
I will stay here.
You don't have your coat on. It's too cold. You have to go back up to the powder room for the coat.
And meet her when she gets here.
Ada, are you also staying there and meeting her when she gets there?
Oh yeah, I mean it is not gonna leave Morrine, so it's like I must stay with my lady.
Okay. You two upstairs, starting centered on where this crib was, you can see sort of spreading out slowly, but you can see it's increasing in speed. The floor is becoming weathered. Like the paint on the crib is like peeling off before your eyes.
Mhm.
I
Lovely.
knew
The
it.
I look at the
blanket,
baby and
the
I
swaddle,
would say, I wouldn't want to be in that crib either. And like,
the swaddle is now like
Evil time
tattered
crib.
cloth.
I would like to nudge Ragaire into the like within the radius of the age circle.
Say, that doesn't look good. Ragaire, get in there.
Ragaire is like, yeah, but okay, you hold the baby.
No, I want the baby in there.
Oh, you want the baby in there?
Yeah, just toss the baby in there. I don't care. It's not you that I care about. I care about the baby. in the circle.
All right. I step into the circle first and I hold the baby out of the circle and then I make sure that I don't get hurt and I slowly bring the circle in.
Okay. Yeah.
The baby into the
Yeah,
circle.
you're fine. When you bring the baby into the circle, you are now holding like the mummified remains of a infant child with this blue line across it. It abruptly stops crying. It is no longer upset.
Ragaire would like to check upset.
Yeah.
Make
The baby's no
a
longer
fort
upset. He's
chest.
just transferred
A
it.
steel test.
And at this point, sort of the whole room at this point is now this faded.
Okay. Ragaire is like kids are really important to elves, so like he is like beyond up. Like he is like, this is the worst thing someone could ever have done, and he like puts the baby back in the crib and he like puts like a little blanket over it and he like sings a little thing under his breath, but he is like real not okay. with any of this turn of events. And he looks at Brother Wirt and he's like, how could someone do such a thing? Like,
Yep,
this is terrible.
Brother Wirt just like gives Ragaire a pat on the shoulder. Yeah, that's rough, buddy, and leaves the room. And he goes to go look for Dollfingers.
Dollfingers.
All fingers.
This is why it's a
Dollfingers
bad
went
name.
up to the 4th floor.
Yeah,
right?
you're on the 4th floor. Yeah.
So Dollfingers is still on this floor. I want to find Dollfingers.
Yeah. I mean, okay, yeah. You find Dollfingers.
Mhm.
Or you find Dollfingers. You find some cat bones and some tattered fur. As it is encompassed by this growing thing. It gets to the stairs, and you hear some of the like stair boards like breaking as this thing passes over them. But you do find Dollfingers. You see the
Okay,
little name
cool.
tag says Dollfingers.
Yep, sure, that's fine. We know about that. Back in there. Okay,
Should-
yeah,
should
Ragaire,
we
you're right.
just go-
This is bad. Yeah. Oh, things are. It's real sad when people do things to kids that are bad. That's a rough time.
So we don't care about it
Ragaire's
at all.
like, this is strangely not reassuring, but yes, thank you.
Well, you know, I look, I can understand that this is difficult for you, and I'm sorry. I am concerned for our own safety, and I think we need to get downstairs and make sure that everybody else is safe too. Yes?
Yeah, Ragaire's like, you can go downstairs. I have to sneak out the back. Like, no one can see me yet, so I'm
There's
gonna.
no one alive here to see you.
Yeah, no, but the wind is picking up. He's like, the
Ragaire?
wind is picking up. I'm pretty sure that means the Duchess is here.
Yes. Ragaire, I need you with me. I'm scared. Please
Ragaire's like,
come with me downstairs.
Okay, I'll go with you downstairs.
Thank you, Ragaire.
I'll
we
go.
can process this trauma at a more convenient time. Unfortunately, for now, we are in fight or flight.
Ragaire
Okay. So
reluctantly goes downstairs.
Ada
all the way down.
and Morrine, you're sitting here in the dining room waiting.
No, we're not waiting. I'm like, Ada,
Is there a window?
we gotta get out of here.
There's a window.
Is
you
it
see
shuttered
sort of,
or is it?
yeah, it's shuttered. The you see like, oh, I don't know. You see on the ceiling like the not wallpaper, but like the ceiling paper is
Yeah.
like peeling suddenly, like, and sort of falling down onto the table.
Everything is
Well,
bad,
that's
and if
strange.
the Duchess is here, I do not want to be here when she shows up
Wow.
because she will murder all of us.
And
It
we
comes
need
back
to
into
find
the room.
Ragaire.
It's
Ragaire
like,
and Wirt are going to be fine. Who?
Hi,
Albert.
Albert.
Is, he's like, I knew that was Adelaide. She thinks it would be a lovely idea to go down to the wedding.
Perfect. Let's just
Well, come on. He like goes over to Ada and he's like, oh, come on. You yourself said it would be improper to miss this good event, and I want to have a word with that pop of. And he's like pulling you back toward the front door.
Hey.
He is oblivious to the wind that is rushing from downstairs. Things are falling off the walls. The paint is like peeling. He is oblivious to all of this.
He's like, all right now, Mr. Albert, you know I really do respect you, sir, and I think I would agree with you normally, but right now you need to go into timeout. And she's just gonna punch him into the ground, get him off of himself, and then they're gonna run out the like back door or something.
Okay, make a probably brawling.
Sure, why
I'll
not?
help you with brawling.
2.
Ooh, two brawling. Sounds great. The help with brawling. Technically, I'm learning brawling, so I'm gonna spend a fate on that.
Why are you rolling all the things Morrine has?
Because I just want to be Morrine.
Well, I'll help you with power then, and then you get 2 dice.
Oh my gosh, that'd be even
That's
better.
mathematically equivalent.
What?
So if you didn't
It
double
is.
the odd. Wow.
Yeah, that is true. You said it was ob2.
Yeah.
I'll find a way to fail.
Yeah!
Oh my god. You punch this man off of you as he hits the ground, it's just bones. Like just skull goes rolling into the dining room.
I'm gonna ignore that fact. Let's go. We are
It's okay. I'm pretty sure we're running down the stairs now.
yeah, run to
You
the
hear-
stairwell, I guess.
You hear people running down the stairs.
Wirt
You
is
guys-
not running. He is very carefully walking down the decayed floorboards
Mhm.
and stairs that could crumble and fall away at any moment.
Ragaire just picks up Wirt and like elf bounds down.
With your obscene speed.
You fall through a couple stairs, but you're able to recover easily enough. And as you run downstairs, I imagine you come down the stairs and don't stop and just go straight out the front door.
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay.
I'm like, see you guys later. Like the momentum is just carrying me.
Wait,
the
not
front.
the front door.
Okay.
Is
And
there
then
anyone
you two-
outside?
I mean, do you two go outside?
We're gonna go out the
Well, we
back.
have to go outside now.
Well, okay, they went out the front door. You go also going out the front door.
Yes,
Oh,
Ada's
sorry.
gonna run after them out the front door.
Okay, as you open the front door, you see. I'll tell you when we come back from break.
No!
Hey,
That's
hey, hey.
cruel!
We'll be back in 10 minutes on the dot. And we're back. Ragaire,
Yeah.
roll speed. Is that what it's called?
Speed?
Yeah, the stat.
That's
Okay.
the stat.
Okay. As you're running down the stairs and getting out of this house, go ahead, roll speed 4.
Whoa.
I can't use any helps or advantages for this.
And you just can't fork in skills, right?
Okay.
No.
I can't speed carefully. That's my like thinking here.
You can't fork into stats, but you can help with skills
Yes.
into stats.
Yes. I would say you can't do it carefully because you picked up Brother Wirt and started running
Yeah, my
narratively
intent was to be
uncarefully.
fast. Okay. All right. Well,
I mean, you can get help and whatnot if people can think of something to provide it.
I mean,
Go
what
over there.
what
Don't
is
go
this
over
test
there.
even for? I guess is
This
the question.
test
Like,
is getting you all out of the house in time.
oh yeah, I would love to help with carpentry
okay.
as I see the wood and everything decaying around us.
Do you have
Mhm.
you just have one help in carpentry?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just one. I mean, I could use power, I guess, but where's the fun in that? What's your speed? Your speed's like 6, 5,
7.
7. Oh my
It's like her best thing ever, yeah.
is.
Elves are so fast. I forgot.
Cool. I will
Yeah.
take that and just mosey right along. 4, you said? Cool. Great. I needed that one
You
help.
moseyed. Yep.
I did mosey. I knew we had time.
Yeah. So you run out of this house. The other two get out quite quickly once they see how fast you are moving. Brother Wirt is carried in tow. You guys get out of the house, and the front door sort of like swing. Who's the last one out? Probably Ada. No, probably Morrine. She's not agile. Morrine, the door like swings open and it hits you on your way out like a kick in the butt, and then it slams shut behind you. But you guys are left in this courtyard area. There is no imminent arrival of Adelaide.
Ragaire's like, you can't trust doors to give you reliable information. I think the door was like
doors are the
memories of
problem
things
here.
past. I should have known. I put Brother Wirt down.
Is
what's
the
the
house still intact?
The house is intact. It looks dilapidated and like it
Looks
has
like
not been lived in for
100 years
years.
old or something.
No, not 100.
Okay.
You could discern the age with carpentry if you wanted.
That sounds very useful.
My carpentry's only 2.
It would be an ob too.
I think it would be ob 2. Okay, I would love to try that. Let's do carpentry. I will.
Can I help with
You
administration?
can always help.
Ah, yes, that foundation needs repaired. I'll put in a work order for that.
Sure.
The infamous work order.
Yes.
What is that just one?
Yeah, just one.
Okay, so
I wanna
carpentry.
help you with history.
The history of work orders go way back.
They haven't used that color of lead paint since
No,
this
I
year.
remember the form
history
for
of
this
building
house.
Materials. Like stone didn't become prevalent
yeah.
until so and so year. So yeah.
Sure. So that's 2 helps. You know what? Let's just throw in a couple more. I would love to add blacksmithing because I'm going to analyze any of the metal pieces like nails, so on, door handles, blah, blah, blah. And then let's see. I'll also fork in mending as in an analysis of its quality and shape. That is 4, 5 helps because I'm going to do it carefully.
Before you roll, I want just your opinion, Sean. What would be worse? If it's really old or if it's not that
What would be worse?
old? Not for Ada, not for anyone else, for Sean personally.
For Sean personally, I think it would be more distressing if it was not old, I guess, but it also would make less sense. So it would be more frustrating.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Continue with your
Like, you
roll.
see what I mean?
Mhm.
Okay. Base up to. Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
You
Watch
can
me fail
tell
that.
it's probably 10, 15 years.
10, 15. Okay. So not that old.
Hmm.
As in, well, a human body decays relatively fast.
I think it takes. I mean, it takes a while to get to like white bones, though. Those years.
Those
Not
were
decades.
not on bones, though,
Yeah.
in the suitcase. Did in my quick flash after punching what's his name into
In
the
the
ground,
briefcase?
did his bones look dusty and old?
Not ancient, antique bones that have been perfectly preserved. Like,
Mhm.
it looked like.
Just something that had been left by
Yeah.
itself to do its own
Correct.
thing. Okay.
Yeah. You got a good look at
I-
the skull as it rolled into the other room.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was probably the most arresting part of that situation was the skull going somewhere. Okay, it is just like, I mean, based on all of this, I would guess it's 10, 15 years old max. I mean, the wood is fine for the most part. It's the fact that the outsides haven't been kept up to protect it. That's the only thing causing real damage. I mean, this is good, strong hardwood. That's gonna
I
last
dumped
you ages.
the backpack on the snow.
The backpack. So I mean, whatever magic was, either they had been dead even before the magic on the house was used to preserve it in time, or they must have died right near when it was suspended. I would think. Otherwise, the Duchess or some force had suspended it, then killed these people, then brought them back in. I don't know. We're missing a lot of information here.
Just question. Do we have positive proof that Adelaide is the Duchess that we know?
No.
Nope. I don't think we saw any portraits, did we, Logan?
No, I don't think anyone looked for any specifically.
Okay, can we recall in the unaged version of the house, was there a bust of a woman that we know, or a tapestry with a family tree and like some little portraiture?
I mean, go ahead. I think Morrine would know this or recognize this the most easily. Do you have like a nobility or like?
Like the insignia?
Don't you have like a really specific skill like
I have
house?
noble wise.
You have noble wise. Okay, you can roll this one then. You're trying to remember. I'd say up 2.
Okay. Any helps, anybody?
I mean, I saw the most of the
No.
house, so if you told me what you were looking for, I could potentially describe it to you.
Yeah, just like anything that identifies Adelaide as the Duchess that we know.
Mhm.
Yes, that's one.
What other help do you want? Because
I will do this carefully.
yeah,
And
the only
we'll...
other thing I could help with is perception. Like,
Would you say that
straight up
would be
looking
like
around.
observation, Logan? Just if it is, then he
think-
could get 2 points from that. But if
I think
not,
that's
then it's
perception.
perception. Okay, 1. Or I have a high perception, so that would be 2.
Oh,
I have
okay.
6
I'll
in
I'll take
perception.
3 advantages. That's fine.
Seems fair as
Base
we
op
stand in
2.
the snow puzzling over this.
I mean, you didn't see an outright bust or really any images of the Duchess, but like everything suggested, like it lined up with what you would have imagined. Like you saw symbol, like the house sigils. Maybe you saw it was like engraved on some of the plates when you were sitting in there talking to him. I think you know the Duchess's name is Adelaide. You like can recall that. Like it all
Okay.
fit. That makes sense.
There wasn't a witch who came, killed the whole house, and assumed the title of Duchess.
Well, that's not off the table.
I mean, that could have happened. Somewhat like a demon could have possessed her.
But the Duchess is named
Doesn't
Adelaide.
look like her. Yeah.
The Duchess of this place is named Adelaide, and this was her house, and it made sense that this was her house based on what you found inside.
Okay.
And there was a portrait of her in Lord Stravit's house that was slashed through, and that was her.
Correct.
Okay.
That was the woman we've seen.
Yes.
Correct.
That we are currently calling the Duchess.
Yes.
Can I do
I got
sorcery? Can I do sorcery wise just now that we've known that like this is the type of magic, like some sort of decay, timey-wimey magic is happening?
Is it all just illusory? Right? I mean, this isn't D&D. There's not 8 schools of magic that.
Yeah,
Depending.
I guess that's what
there can be
that's what
schools
I
of
wanted
magic.
to roll for with sorcery wise, was to determine like what kind of power this is like that we're dealing with.
So there's a difference between sorcery wise and sorcery. To determine,
I don't
like
understand. What do you mean? I know everything
Sorcery
about
is just casting spells.
casting spells, and I would say being able to detect spells,
Oh, detect specific spells? Sure.
or like detect the magic. But if you want the knowledge of magic of what is possible with sorcery, that would be sorcery
I
wise.
guess I was thinking in the terms of like me being like, this matches descriptions I've heard of the ghost reaper type of magic. Like, I don't know, this matches the description of death arts or like
Okay.
what, not, I don't want to know exact spells. I don't need to know like that kind of a thing. I just want to have a general basis of like, magic has been done here. What kind of magic is it? What kind of magic does the Duchess use? So we are
Okay.
like prepared when we encounter her a second time.
So that is 3 different levels of the 3 questions that you asked.
Of course it is.
You kept getting more and more specific as you went.
Okay, tell me what my obs are for those levels.
Okay. Does this fit with some type of magic? That would be an ob 1, sorcery wise. What type of magic? Is that what your second question was? Right?
Yeah,
What type
like
of magic?
do I recognize this as like the Ghost Reaper sect of magic?
I think that would be details, so that's op 3.
Okay.
And then your 4th was, what type of magic does the Duchess use? I think that's a leap.
Well, wouldn't that be, one would assume the magic on the house would match the magic that she uses, but I don't know anymore. I guess I'll go with the ob 3.
Okay.
One of like, what's the magic on the house? Will that tell me something of like how powerful she is? Will that give any indication of like, this is a very niche form of magic, weak to fire, like in Pokemon, or is it, like
We'll
will it
see
give
what
me-
happens.
Okay. Darn you, Logan. Okay, we'll do that. More fun that way. Sorcery wise, can I fork in anything?
I was gonna say, I think you're on your own.
I mean, perception, observation. Otherwise, I'm on my own. I can do it carefully. And
All of your rolls are careful, but all of your actions are not careful.
I know I do it boldly but carefully. Okay. I'll go ahead and do that carefully. And you know what? I'll spend a persona.
Ooh.
Wow.
Dropping those big bucks.
Gotta
You
level
said
up the
base odds
sorcery wise.
3. I'm gonna
Six.
spend a
1-6.
fate to re-roll. Fate remaining ob 1. Yes, that's right. It's taken me that long to learn how to do that.
No.
Nope.
Okay. So this does seem well within the realm of magic. You know that sometimes where there's been like capital B, capital C, big crime. Sometimes, like especially if it involves magic people, who knows what could happen? There could be ghosts involved. There could be just random magic involved. This could have also been like an active spell that was like cast as a defense on the house. You can't tell. Both options are equally possible.
So the big crime option is what exactly?
Like sometimes when people do like mortal acts like of sin, they can have repercussions beyond just the normal thing, and like especially if they're magic, it can have lasting effects on
It's like
whatever
warped.
area.
It's like warped the landscape.
Mhm.
Essentially, it's so heinous. Got it.
Yeah, it doesn't happen all that often. It's like with like big crimes and people who are innately magical beings,
Got
or
it.
like divine beings. But this also could have just been like an active spell cast to be a protection on the house to like sort of
Great. Yeah.
protect people who come and maybe alert other people, like an alarm and a trap.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
So I guess your consequence is not knowing if the Duchess knows you've been here, but it is possible.
Got it. And also, we almost died because the house almost collapsed on us, kind of a thing, or decayed
still
while we were
standing.
running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I just look at. I'm like, I got nothing. Like, it could be one of two things. Like, I don't know. The Duchess may know we were here, or it just may be like an environmental phenomenon from when she first started doing whatever dark magic she started doing. But you know where else some dark magic's about to happen? In that town of Uzan.
You look down the hill, you see Uzan gleaming. You see the food pile rotting,
Listening.
dripping.
I imagine like when the wind shifts, you can smell the food rotting and it
Mhm.
shifts away.
Like living downwind of the feedlot.
Yep.
Wirt would like to see if he can open the front doors of the house.
You can.
Okay, great. So the Morrine got actively kicked out of the house.
Yes.
If I open the doors and step in, do they try and shut me out? Like, is there some supernatural?
No. When Marin was kicked, it was like the wind was coming from inside the house. It
Ah.
did this, slammed the door, and then the wind stopped when you guys were outside.
Okay. Well. Okay, initial thoughts. If the Duchess knows that we are here, that's probably a good thing. We wanted her to come to us,
Mhm.
and this
Not
maybe
right this
accomplishes
second.
that. Well, we'll take our blessings where we can find them. So, do we think that the Duchess murdered her family and then covered it up? Or the act of murdering her family created this temporal anomaly?
We don't know.
Right.
Who
What do
knows?
I think
we
definitely
think as a
family
group here?
murder.
Yes, I think that's a pretty clear thing to agree on. Baby with the blue line. That baby got hit with a sword.
Yeah, but that didn't kill you.
Well, no, but
Did it? We all look at Connor.
Are you a desiccated corpse?
like check myself. I think I'm okay. No, but I mean, obviously the baby was hit with the sword.
Yes.
May or may not be
Yeah.
fatal. Like, who's to say? But clearly, some violence was perpetrated against a 9-month-old.
And also there were, I assume, wolf chewed on bones of other child.
You can make
That's my assumption
assumptions.
as well, but it could also just be rats and whatever else.
I mean, apparently they were communicating with Broderick, so that's a lead somehow. But if that's a duke in another duchy, I don't think we'll be able to get to him at the moment.
Said
Maybe
Roderick,
he came to
we found her.
Popov's wedding.
Popov's. I mean, it's possible Popov knows something, or this lady Agath. Either way, we need to pass through Yuzon again, and I think it is worth investigating what's going on here. I don't think
Ragaire's
the
like,
manor
I
has
still
anything
need a
else for
sword.
us.
I have not found a replacement sword yet. I bet Popov has one. He's
You're more likely to
doesn't
find
need-
a sword in a city than in this manor, I think. If you wanted to purchase one or steal one.
I can't shake the feeling that this ruin holds more secrets. I understand if you all want to go to Yuzon and investigate this pop-off situation, but I think there's a great deal more to be learned here. And if we can still access these ruins, then I think that's a worthwhile venture.
Okay. If I remember correctly, I did use Air of Gates, but it was on the gate to the outer wall.
I think it was
Are-
on the front door.
Okay. Then I can't do Air of Gates again.
I would argue that the situation has in fact changed.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a fair argument too. If you wanted to try it again.
My question when I ask Air of Gates is what lies beyond. So I am like sort of confined to that question.
I don't disagree, Wirt, that there's maybe more in this ruin. I just don't know how much more versus how much time it would require. Versus the danger of the Duchess coming. Versus, I mean, I said the house should be mostly solid, but you never know. Termites, man. They're crazy.
Well, what would you all like to do? Say we go to Yuzon, then what? What do we do there?
Well, I think it's worth investigating whatever is going on, regardless of how it relates to other things. Because these people are obviously suffering, even though they don't realize it. Secondly, Popov could have knowledge of some kind. You never know. He's located very close to the Duchess. And while this Lady Agath seems a bad influence, she may have knowledge beyond ours. And we are running low on options.
Very well.
I would say I am
We
willing
have
to
how
spend
much
maybe
food do we have? And I remember
another
we
night.
rolled for provisions. We might
He
need to-
succeeded by a lot. You guys were
Okay.
well stocked.
Okay. I was just thinking I was like we might need to go to Yuzon for food, but
They have a big pile of it for you.
A huge pile of food. They don't
I
need
hear-
it.
I hear they're really into fermented foods.
Yeah, really into that. Their gut bacteria is just excellent. Yeah,
Okay,
I think another
question.
hour or two of searching might be worthwhile, but I don't think much more than that work.
And Yuzon is time sensitive. We can always come back.
Logan. Back last session,
Mm-hmm.
so many eons ago,
Mm-hmm.
I had done like a tracking roll, and I think you had given me the answer for there were animal footprints and also signs of people going in and out of the castle. Can I tell if that was part of the illusion or not? Does that sound right? Am I remembering correctly?
You were looking around the outer wall, I believe, and there were animal tracks
Yes.
sort of up and over.
Yeah.
The human track, I can't remember the specifics of what I told you, but if you look now, you can
Yeah.
see they're not there. There are
Okay.
your tracks as you come on up and go around. Your tracks are still there. You can see where the path that you took before.
Okay.
But
So
the
it
tracks
looks
that
like
you
there
saw,
are no
yeah.
more human tracks. If I did see them, they aren't there anymore.
Mhm.
Okay. So I guess I look at Brother Wirt and I was like, it seems like nobody is even visiting this ruin. If we go to Yuzon, at least we can see if there's like, people have a myth about like what happened to the Duchess or, that something to that effect. Because I've checked now that the spell is gone, it seems like nobody has even been here
Very well.
since winter started.
I say we take an hour to scope out the home again, and then we return to Yuzon.
That
I'm good
seems
with that.
fair. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want to lead this roll, Brother Wirt?
Oh, I don't know.
You seem the most.
I want to look for things, but I don't know if I'm the best person to roll.
Scooby Gang, investigate.
Specifically, what Wirt wants to find is the timeline of events of the crime that was committed. What happened? Can I suss out, who all was killed? What happened to this house? And was this intentional?
You have crime scene investigation.
Yeah. Do you have detective eyes?
I am opening arson and
So am
anatomy
I.
and sorcery wise. And I have demonology, observation. And I think that's going to be about all that really is useful.
I think observation makes the most sense. Some of those other ones could definitely be forks.
Can you do faith to get answers? That would be cool.
That's a great question.
You haven't rolled faith in a while, Brother
Oh,
Wirt.
I wonder why
yeah.
that is, huh?
Well, Connor looks at that. What I'm gonna
Faith.
do for however long we're here is try to set this building on fire. So speaking of arson,
What?
Why?
Why?
It
is going to try and prevent that
Yeah,
for the
Wirt
time
will,
being.
as best he can, physically detain you.
I don't think I can, but I'm going to try.
Please don't try.
Hey, Morrine, why are you trying to set this on fire?
Because if we set it on fire, then she will for sure know that we were here.
Is
If we
that a
set it on fire,
good
we're
thing?
destroying evidence. We can learn something from this. This could be very useful in helping us understand what is going on with the Duchess, what she wants, and what we can do to stop her.
But I don't want to know.
You want to help the people of Yuzon, but you don't want to help the people of Hochen anymore?
No, I do. I don't want this house.
I agree. It's a terrible, terrible place.
You can
But-
set it on fire once we start leaving.
You can try to set it on fire
can
because
try
it's
to
gonna
set
be
it on
a
fire.
lot
No,
of
I can't actually set it on.
Can we add a negative modifier? Interfering.
Yeah, you can. I don't think you need to, but you could.
It's
All right.
not physically possible for me to set it on fire, but that's what I'm trying to do. I don't even want to test, but
All right, I think we catch on that you can actually do it, and we just let you think that you can.
Mhm.
Like a
You're
little
trying to light
kid
the fire. She's starting with the stone foundation.
Okay.
Like,
You
you
see her
do that,
hitting
Morrine.
it with flint.
Let us know how it goes.
To answer the faith roll question,
Mhm.
inspiration. A priest may call upon his deity for revelation or knowledge. This is a
Mhm.
dangerous prayer because divinity
Mhm.
knows much and will often reveal that which the priest did not intend to learn.
Oh yeah. You
that
should
sounds
You should do that one.
7.
7.
Oh,
Yep.
geez.
Yep.
You can't do that.
You
Unless
could
just-
do it.
There's no point.
We're gonna roll it.
That's the theme of today. There's no point. We're gonna do
Now
it
remember,
anyway.
Connor.
Yeah, I
That
remember.
okay, good.
Don't worry. I don't like it.
I forget the specifics of that dice
The
situation.
last dice in his thing
There it is.
doesn't matter.
There it is.
Woo.
You didn't even have a persona.
No.
You could use a fate if you just want to throw it in there.
I could maybe
shade
get 5
shift.
6s in a row. Yeah.
Well, it gets you closer to a shade shift. That's
It's a
about
1
it.
in 400 chance.
Remaining ob 5.
Remaining op 5.
Dice
Oh
1.
my gosh.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That was a lot, though.
That is a lot.
Okay.
That's
Oh
a
my
significant,
God.
significant increase.
Yeah. Wow.
If only that had happened with a bunch of other fates we've had.
If
Oh
I
my
had rolled for
gosh.
minor miracle, it would have succeeded.
Oh my gosh.
That's
That's
upsetting.
insane.
Very upsetting.
Well, that margin of failure is a lot more comfy, so that's awesome.
I don't think that technically matters, but
It makes me feel better.
Well, how do you set yourself up to do this prayer? Like, are you sitting on the ground? Are you like holding everyone's hands?
No, I'm walking through the house, and I am unable to find the information that I want. So I am, as I'm walking, talking and praying and thinking aloud. Please help me find some evidence of the tragedy that befell this place. My lady, this situation has grown desperate and dire, and I need your help. Please show me what has happened here, and help me to understand the trials and tribulations that this Duchess has gone through.
So you're sort of saying all of this, and like you see, your religion has a big blood motif, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Bloody.
You just
Great.
see like a drop of blood land on the ground in front of you, and you're like, "What?" And you're sort of just staring at it, and like it's sort of you can see this the drop of blood is not literally expanding, but it is growing to fill your field of vision as you are just narrowing in on this thing. I think maybe Ragaire, you're also in the house somewhere. Whose else is in the house?
Yeah, I'm investigating,
I'm
so
in
I
the
guess
house
I
Okay.
trying to
followed in
light
the
it on
house.
fire.
Okay. You see Brother Wirt just
Surreptitiously
fall
nodding.
over.
Oh.
Great. I run and
So,
turn him face
yeah.
on his back so he's
Yeah.
not face planted. in
Yeah,
the
the
snow.
Brother Wirt. This like piece of this little drop of like dark red blood is just it isn't growing, and it's getting darker and darker, and then you find yourself in that familiar place that you've grown to love,
Mm-hmm. That I've grown to feel about.
that you have grown to have feelings about. Your the black, just black all around you, but in every direction, you begin to see this face of the consort. In every direction. Um, do you say anything once you know that he's here to have a conversation with you, as he always?
Let him start.
Okay. He says, "Oh, welcome back. I thought it wouldn't be long. I see you've changed somehow. How have you changed, little dove?" He's like just circling around you. He says, "What is that?" And you feel like this. He doesn't have an arm that you can see, but you feel his vision narrowing in on that blue line across your body.
What do you want from me?
I want to help you. I can
Why?
see I'm a helpful being. I live but to serve those who ask help of me.
But you do not live to serve Our Lady.
No, I don't. I can see that you've been very faithful. I can see it here. This is. Oh, you should not be in the world anymore, Brother Wirt.
It's not your doing.
It's not my
So
doing.
why should I have faith in you?
Because I don't know if you have faith in anyone else anymore, or if they are open to your prayers.
Faith does not require the consent of that prayed to. It is my will that gives me strength. My belief in Our Lady, who will get me through these difficult times.
Okay.
You can pray to deaf ears. That does not make your prayers immaterial.
No, but my ears aren't deaf, and I'm the only one hearing your prayers. Why do you hesitate, little dove? Have I not given you what you wanted?
There are many things in this world that will give you what you want. That does not mean they have your interests at heart.
Ulterior motive could I possibly have?
I know not. I do know that you are powerful. You are dangerous. And I've become somewhat averse to meddling in powers that I do not understand. Teach me. Make me understand. Perhaps
You
then
asking
you
of
can
me?
be of some use to my lady.
Are you asking of me to teach you?
I am asking you to reveal yourself for what you truly are.
As you ask. And then you find yourself looking up at Ragaire.
Plot twist, Ragaire's the consort.
Yeah, right?
I've been the consort all along. No, I'm like slapping your cheeks. Wake up!
Yes, I'm awake.
Ragaire, as you're waking him up, you feel
Mm-hmm.
movement
Mm-hmm.
and weight
Mm-hmm.
from the backpack you are carrying.
Mm. I dumped it on the ground. Outside.
It's on the ground outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's now back on your back.
It's not back on your back. Scratch
That's
that
why
then.
you feel the movement and the weight. It moved to your back.
Morrine, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
Reattached. Okay.
I'm trying to set this building on fire.
You hear, Mom, and you turn around and see Luca standing there. And that is where we'll call it for the night.
Mom?
Excuse?
Nah, Nah, fam.
Doubly
That ain't
good
it.
time to kill that child now.
Don't like
Oh
this.
my gosh, I know who can help me set this building on fire.
When you call out for help, the universe offers it.
Oh my god.
He's gonna be our secret weapon against the Duchess. That's my best guess.
Oh yeah.
Secret
Why was
weapon.
he in the backpack?
He wasn't.
Or was he?
Is that not what just
We'll
happened?
never know.
You don't know. We don't actually know.
We'll find
Yeah.
out, or we won't.
The bones that were previously in the backpack are now inside of Lucas,
Yeah, there it is. See? See?
Concern.
as you will
Concern.
discover when you realize the bones are no longer in the backpack.
Hashtag concern.
Concern.
Deeply concerned about everything that's happening around us. We
Mm,
tried to get out of Hochen. Did things improve? No.
Nope. Never
You've
do.
got one child.
We do got one
Not
child.
the right one.
You know, I had a child turn into bones. Now I have bones turning into child.
Circle of life.
The circle of bones.
It's the circle of child.
Gosh.
Crazy times at the OK Corral. But you know what? I now know sorcery wise, and I'm just proud of myself.
The
for
more
that.
wisest she gets, the more powerful she gets. It's just be prepared.
That's what I've been doing this whole time.
He's going to become
I'll
wise, apparently.
I'll be the shadow GM, and I'll just determine everything that happens through wise roll.
I want to roll
The GM
Spooky
list.
Mansion
Gorge
wise.
must have a bridge.
It'll be like resisting consequences. You'll say something, and then I'll be like, "No, I would like
Nope.
to roll wise."
You have a
on that."
Rolodex of your wises. You're like, no, I have use on food pile wise.
And I can tell you that's not what's going on here.
Oh my gosh.
You exposed me for what I really am.
That's what I'm here for.
Great.
Okay, well, that was a fun session. What are we playing next week, Sarah?
Oh my gosh, we're playing Things from the Flood. Also with creepy people and characters, and robot Vikings. Or are they Vikings? We're not sure.
We're gonna
Uh,
burn down Stockholm.
I need a GM again, so I can be the one to inflict trauma and not the one inflicted trauma upon.
It's
Well,
really
let
nice
me
to have
tell
a
ya.
bi-weekly break of not having someone do it to
I
you.
miss it.
It is true. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So next week, Vikings are good, right? Horses with 8 legs better than horses with 4.
Especially when they're your spirit.
Twice
horse
as
with 8
good.
legs.
Twice as fast, twice as good.
More than fast
Um,
enough to run on water. That's pretty good.
That's pretty
And-
fast.
It's pretty dang fast. And what else happens? Messages from the internet taking over computers.
We broke into a briefcase.
You broke into. Oh
Did
yeah,
not find
with-
bones.
That's right.
yeah.
You guys. That's where we left everybody hanging. Solving the question of Alex's identity. You opened the briefcase, and right as you opened the briefcase, we stopped. So next week you're gonna find out a little bit more about Alex and just
Agent
exactly what
446.
he does for a living,
Doesn't live, he's a robot.
if you can call it living.
Definitely, yeah, exactly.
Oh, I living. He's a Viking.
So yeah, you should join us next week because Things from the Flood's really fun, and Sweden in the 90s in an alternate sci-fi robot
Also spooky,
universe.
just like this one.
Yes, also
Spookier
spooky.
in some ways.
Spookier in some ways. I try to keep the spooky levels not too gruesome, but
I just
There's-
don't you hate when you have to kill your dad's boyfriend more than once? I hate that.
He won't stay down.
no, yeah, he just is.
Yeah, it
built to
happens to me
last.
all the
Let
time.
me put it
Abby.
that way. Built to last.
Built to
Built for
last.
tough.
I don't know. Is he built to last the hockey stick? Because that is the hockey stick of death waiting to happen. No one's
So
built to withstand the hockey stick.
yeah, so we had a danger backpack here. It's a it's a briefcase.
Parallels on parallels.
Yeah.
That's why we were trying to turn it into a briefcase.
That's
It was
why you were trying to
subconscious
turn it into
references
a
to.
briefcase.
Yep.
I did think about that. Yeah.
So,
So join us same time, same place next week, but
And
in
then in
Sweden.
2 weeks, we're going to go to Stockholm and burn it down as robots. So tune in then.
Yeah, Stockholm.
We'll
Don't warn
see.
the Swedes.
Don't board the Swedes. Bye-bye.
Bye.